Welcome back, friends. So we are getting close to our initial approach fix. As you see on the ND, we are going to do a teardrop, and then CI22L is our initial approach fix. We need to be at 3000 feet there and then descend to 1600 to capture the glide slope. So unfortunately, the current state of this aircraft has so many problems, which makes it really hard to use this aircraft and enjoy it while flying. So I'll try to do my best.
Lufthansa 1045 Heavy, you are 220 miles south. Maintain present heading at altitude. Expect VOR DME runway 22 left approach by Kilo Alpha Sierra transition. Clear to Kilo Alpha Sierra.
I don't want that. I want ILS 22 left.
Lufthansa 1045 Heavy.
Lufthansa 1045 Heavy, roger.
I want this.
Lufthansa 1045 Heavy with like ILS runway 22 left approach Kilo Alpha Sierra transition.
Come on, ATC.
Lufthansa 1045 Heavy with like ILS runway 22 left approach Kilo Alpha Sierra transition.
I don't know what's going on. Okay, looks like we are on our own. Doesn't matter. We don't like ATC anyway, so they will only yell at us just saying we are not cleared for landing, which I will take care of right now by switching out of that frequency. So no ATC going forward. We are 6,000. We will keep 6,000 for a little bit more and then descend to 3,000, which will be our initial approach altitude, and then 1600 will be where we are going to capture the glide slope into the runway. We will see how that goes, guys, but personal opinion here, this Boeing 47-8 is not enjoyable at the moment with its current state. I hate to say this, but has a lot of bugs, and therefore it makes it nearly impossible to enjoy this aircraft while flying. It's just frustration, but nothing else. So when we get close to that turn, I'm gonna slow us down and then start deploying the flaps, and we'll take it from there. Weather is a little bit nasty. We don't see any terrain information. As you see, there is no reason for lightning storms, but I hope the coming patch will fix this issue with the live weather. I don't know why they were not able to get this live weather working properly, but it is what it is at this point. So we're getting there slowly. This is going to be the last aircraft that I'm covering until Microsoft and Asobo Studios fixes the issues with the other aircraft. But we can go back. I'm planning to go back and do some other tutorials around some of the GA aircraft, and I want to do more with Airbus A320, and I will probably throw some flights with different aircrafts from point A to point B. So don't hesitate to ask your questions or request something that you really don't understand. I'll be more than happy to record a tutorial for you guys. So just let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like. Let's synchronize our heading with the current heading, which is a little bit off. I think that's because of this 29 knot crosswind coming from the left side. It's pushing us, and the aircraft is trying to compensate for that. So I think now we can start descending slowly to 3000. I don't want to do it too harsh, because then it starts to do that dolphin dance. I think 1000 feet per minute should do. And I think I have to do this again. So this is the other problem. As you see, it is not getting what I'm asking it to do. Now it is. These problems are making me stay away from this aircraft and just stick to the ones that I know works better than the others, to be honest with you. So let's check couple things while we are descending down. Let's check the approach page to see if there is anything there. Let's set the flaps. That's the only thing, as I said, that we will be doing. I am recording this for the second time. Don't tell anyone, but I ran into some autopilot issues with the initial recording and started over, which was a little bit unfortunate. So that should tune the ILS frequency, which it did, 22 left 109.5, and we should be good. Actually, we should speed our descent a little bit more and slow us down to maybe 220 and start deploying flaps. So I'll deploy flaps 1. There we go. We are below flaps 5 speed, so flaps 5. Hopefully it will keep us there. So now we are making the turn. Let's go down to 200 knots. We will eventually slow down to 159. Let's drop another level of flaps. Flaps 10, and we should slow down below that speed. We are getting to 3000 fairly quickly. I think we will not have any problems, and I will keep us right here for a while until we get down to 3000, and we'll take it from there. We are passing through the clouds. A little bit nasty weather. I'm not sure if this is the current weather in Copenhagen in real life. We will see. We will see. We are very close to our initial approach fix, which tells me that I should start slowing down even further to 180, and I'm gonna check the flaps. I think we are at flaps 10, so we can go one more down when we slow a little bit more down to 180, and we can do flaps 20. We are getting close to 3000, so I will slow our descent to maintain 3000, and I can extend the flaps 20 and flaps 25, which is around 175. So we'll keep this speed. We are getting close to initial approach fix. Luckily the LNAV is working as it should without any problems this time. So when we get there, two things are going to happen for Boeing 747 to perform an ILS landing. First, we are going to activate the localizer mode to capture the localizer and start descending to 1600 to capture the glide slope. And when we are getting close to capture glide slope, which is going to happen at this waypoint, which is FI22L, we will engage the approach mode to capture the glide slope before we reach that waypoint, and that should take us all the way into the runway without any problems. That's what I'm hoping for, at least, but we will see shortly what will happen. Okay, we are nicely cruising at 175. Where are we? We will see here in a second how far we are away from that waypoint, but we shouldn't be too far. And I see the diamonds here for the glide slope and the localizer. They are not visible yet because the localizer is right there and we haven't made that turn. So 7 miles to initial approach fix, and after that 7 miles we will descend to 1600. And see what happens from there. It's all looking good so far. At least we are able to maintain 3000 feet. Dolphin dancing is gone, it's not doing it anymore, which is a good thing for ILS approaches. And we are getting there. I don't want to slow us down further because I want to keep the speed to reach there, and before extending the last level of the flaps I will deploy the landing gear and extend the last level of flaps. Okay, 4.7 miles. We are really close. Let's see what it looks like outside. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She looks beautiful, but she is buggy. That's what I'm telling. I haven't tried this with creating the flight plan through the world map menu. Maybe that will make a difference, I don't know. You guys can tell me if you try it and leave me a comment down below if it's a better way of planning the flight and making the autopilot follow what you intended to do. But this is coming to an end, guys. We are very close. Now I will bring the speed down to 159, which is our approach speed. Deploy the landing gear and extend the last level of flaps. Now we should be good. Let's zoom in a little bit more to see better. I will set ourselves for 1600 right over here before that, and let's hit the localizer. So now this should, as you see, it's framed in a green box. It means the aircraft is trying to capture the localizer, and now we can start our descent at 1000 feet per minute, or maybe even more, to get us down to, come on aircraft, don't climb. I don't want you to climb. Oh man, this is going to be, yes. Keep going down, please, keep going down. And I think I'm gonna need some speed brakes to slow us down and maintain the speed. Alright. We should descend now to 3000. Hopefully a little bit faster. Let's engage the approach mode here and expect us to go down to 1600 before we hit that waypoint. Okay, we captured the glide slope, looks like. Let's see what we see out the window. We see the runway right there. We are a little bit high as far as I can tell, but we should be good. We're coming down nicely. So actually the glide slope is still a little bit too, we are still too high. I think we are going to end up too high. I don't know. Yep, we are going to end up too high. I ended up doing a missed approach for 2-2 left, and I didn't want to lose time, and I just decided to land to 2-4 left this time. Right now we captured the glide slope and the localizer. We are descending into the runway. Let's just do a final check for our landing. Our speed is set. Our altitude is going to be set to the missed approach altitude, which is going to be 3000. And let's set the auto brakes to 2 should be sufficient, I guess. Flaps are fully deployed, speed brakes are armed, and landing lights are on. Runway turn-off lights and taxi lights are also on. And looks like we are a little bit high. Not sure. Let's check the lights. I am seeing only one red, so we should descend a little bit faster. Hopefully this aircraft will take care of it, but looks like we are losing the glide slope here. I'm gonna take control and see if I can bring her myself. I will keep the auto throttle for now to maintain the speed, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to recapture this diamond over there to maintain the glide slope until we get into the runway. And maybe now we can, yeah, we maintain that over there, and we are off to the left a little bit, so small correction. We are now a little bit low. We will pitch the nose just a tiny bit to get back onto the glide slope, and should be sufficient. I'm just making small corrections to keep us lined up with the runway. I think this should do if I can correct myself here. Yes. So push the nose down a little bit. We need to get below until we see 3 red lights, because Boeing is a double-decker, so to capture the puppy lights correctly you should see 3 reds and 1 white. We are off to the side. I will correct ourselves quickly. Disarm the auto throttle and cut the throttle now to idle. Use the rudder to, okay, this is going to be floaty a little bit, but I will keep pitching the nose up. Okay, we are down. Push the nose down Reverse thrust is engaged. We are slowing down now. I am trying to maintain the center line. 80 knots is checked. We are down to 60 knots. We can disengage the reverse thrusts, and I think we can use this exit to take us off the runway and just stop there. So this should be good enough. Okay guys, this is the final part of the 747 tutorial. Let's turn off the strobe light too. We are off the runway. I think this is going to be it. This aircraft is really challenging to fly, especially to land, but if you practice, I think you should get a hang of it and you should get better at landings. But the autopilot issues are a little bit party pooper and deal breaker, but other than that, I think this is going to be it for the episode, and I will see you in the next video.